saying? Because
What's up?
I saw the numbers ticking. I'm like, we just live. We're not gonna do the intro. We're not nothing. We're just like,
No,
hey,
you know
what's up?
what?
How y'all doing?
For some reason now when you click it, it's like a little slight delay and shit. I don't know what's going on with
Okay. All right.
StreamYard. Shit,
Okay.
might have to find another platform if it's gonna start doing that. Let me
Hey. Well, we just figure out how to freak it like we do. But what's
right.
up, family? What's up, family? It's the Truth and Logic Squad. It's your boy Diz, your favorite DJ.
It's your boy the Biaza, you know.
What you
And,
call
and
yourself a bitch? What you call
Right, because
yourself?
where this name coming from, man? Like, what is we doing? Like, you
see,
almost make it too easy sometimes, David.
This nigga
no,
come up with a new name like every quarter.
no, okay. Let me see. They call a womanizer somebody that disrespect women. I don't disrespect women, but
You
so
kind
I
of do.
consider
You
So
myself
do.
you
the
a
bitch.
bitchinizer. So
I'm the
you a
bitch
bitchinizer.
eyes. I ain't gonna disrespect the woman, but the bitch, so I consider myself the bitch eyes. So I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Right.
This dude, runaway slave mode already off the chain. First of all, man, let's go ahead and give a shout out, show love. I don't know how y'all really felt about it, but we lost another black man, another positive black man. That boy
Man.
Twitch. It kind
Yeah,
of it kind of hurt because I told my wife I was like it's like we knew this nigga because I remember him being from San Diego, which where I was stationed at, and I remember him trying out So You Think You Could Dance, and I remember him like, yo, if I don't make it, I'm just gonna go into the Navy. Well, dude made it. You know what I'm saying? And as like from somebody who suffers from um, PTSD and depression, that just you never know what somebody's going through.
Right.
Everybody look at Twitch and you be like, oh, he got it all. He got it going on. He on Ellen, he this, that, other, but you never know what's going on in somebody's head, man.
yeah, and
Being a man is
it's
hard. Being a black
it's
man is hard. And being a black man in America is difficult. So, yo, reach out to somebody, touch them, say, hey, brother, you okay?
yeah, and that's definitely sad because um you like you said, you think people got it, got it going on, got it going good or whatever, and then man, to take your own life,
Man.
um
He
and for people
walked
that
from his house to a hotel 15 minutes away from the crib and blew his brains out.
yeah, and left a suicide note, and you know what, that's one of the reasons when we start talking about how people don't give a shit about men, especially black men. The country don't give a shit about men, period. And when that's why I get on topics like that. When a woman does something, everybody want to know what's going on, what happened. But when a man does something, everybody just want to throw him, to the wolves or whatever, and
Right.
thinking that he should be strong. But I mean, everybody got a breaking point, so we shouldn't treat
Everybody.
yeah, we shouldn't treat men any different than we treat women when it comes to mental health and what somebody is going through. But unfortunately, we do.
Yeah. Yeah. And yo, when like, cause you think about, I said I was gonna look this up, the percentage of black men that suffer from PTSD, and I know that it's high. And here's what I want. Here's what I want to correlate it with. Not all these brothers were ever in the service or served as in law enforcement. Hey, auntie. So, um, my thing is we need to like black men in America who have never been in the service, who've never served in law enforcement, show signs of PTSD all the time. What is it about our condition and the way we're raised and the conditions we're raised in that causes us to develop PTSD? That's
Right.
something that the country needs to look at.
You have to understand. Most people associate PTSD with being in the service or something like that. You have kids who have witnessed people being shot, murdered, whatever at a young age, where your mind developmentally is is more malleable than being you know what I'm saying, being an adult. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't surprise me from, with PTSD. I tell people that all the time. We done suffer 400 years of PTSD. That trauma is in
People
our.
need to stop. People need to stop associating it with the military because
They
here's the
really
reality.
do.
Because number one, they used to call it being shell shocked. But here's the thing: ain't nothing in the title say military. It says post traumatic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That means in and of itself that young black males are growing up traumatized. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. That's a
Right.
problem. That,
But you know what?
you know
Even
what?
even with the military, they still didn't take it as serious as they should have. So
Yeah.
if they're not gonna take that serious, they definitely ain't gonna take a regular civilian going through something serious. They just throw
Because
a
here's
nice
the
little cushy title to it.
because you know what, mental health is intangible, right? Like you break an arm, you break a leg, we can touch that, we can see that, but you can't see what's going on inside your head until it's too late. Because look at CTE. They can't diagnose CTE until after you're dead. Now, what kind of sense do that make?
Right. Right. Hey, we live in a cold
So
world.
I'm just gonna say this. For people in general, but especially for my black males, young, old, middle aged, what have you, therapy is real, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk to somebody, get this shit off your chest that can help you work through some things, man. Because
But you know what?
as a black man, it's okay not to be okay. And we spend too much time faking it like we okay. We
But see,
use
that's one of the
media as a
problems in
tool to be okay.
that's one of the problems in the black community because people think they try to associate therapy with being crazy, and that's not always the
Nah, but you
No,
know what?
because
Like
we
you
were
got a
always
lot of
told to
people.
go to church.
You got a lot of people who are using social media as therapy. Like, look, the day before he died, he just posted a video dancing, kicking it, just living it up, quote unquote. How many people do that shit, man? How many people we see on social media that we think living their life, and it's like, yo, this motherfucker probably missed.
right. Yeah. So and then another so it is a story that I just looked up. So we have a young man. He what's his name? I just saw this story. Xavier Johnson. Well, Xavier Johnson was dating this young lady. This happened last year.
I
They
think I
still
saw
have
this story.
right. He was dating this young lady named Andrea. Shit, I just saw the name. Andrea Lloyd. They just had two kids. That well, she had two kids. They never said if the kid. In one story, they said the kid was his, and another one they say she just has two kids. So you don't know. She was 6 weeks pregnant,
One
and
now.
she was at work. He kidnapped her and ended up beating and killing her. The whole story. Now, one thing I really hate what the media does because the media is, they was like, oh, she was just so beautiful and this and that, and I hate that because if she was ugly, do that mean she should have died?
You know
I
what? I'm not even
really
finna
hate.
joke. I'm not even finna joke with that.
No, it's not a joke, but they always say that when somebody get killed, oh, well, she was just so beautiful. So what are you saying? Are you saying ugly people nobody gives a shit about? Let's just be honest. I mean, I'm not trying to make a joke out of it,
Do
but
we
say
know? No,
it.
I'm just playing.
The way they say it is like if she looked like a motherfucking donkey, you wouldn't give a shit. So why do they have to throw these words in there? But
Because
the
everything
father,
Lord,
about
why
the
is he?
medium is
Lord,
about
why is he
words,
testing
though.
my
Like
gangster?
the media uses trigger words to get certain responses.
and you know what? And maybe I think too deep into shit because when they say that, oh, well, she was just like, can you tell me one person that has died that didn't have a bright future?
You ain't gonna never hear that. We gonna
Right.
if you want to keep it a buck, we ain't gonna never hear that. You can go to a
Ever.
funeral, and they could be the shittiest person ever. You know what you gonna hear at the
Hey,
funeral?
did you see the meme I just put? I just saw you putting your ponytail together.
Yeah, I saw that.
I got hair, nigga. I don't know what to tell you.
But yeah, like at a funeral, I mean, I'm pretty sure we don't all been to a funeral and somebody get up there and talk about somebody, and you start looking at the obituary like, okay, I must be at the wrong motherfucking funeral because this ain't this nigga here. Like,
Yo, look. Okay, so look.
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing
No,
negative at no
no.
funeral, but this is the same
We
thing
not
that they do.
we not gonna say that. We not gonna say that because look, some of the realest shit I ever heard. This dude I used to go to church with, grew up in the church, whatever. But you know, he was a little thug. He was a little hood, right? So he ended up getting killed at a gas station. I think on 79. Go to the funeral. His mother and father stand up, and everybody's like, "Oh, my son, this," and they give you the best.
right.
My man stood up and was like, "I ain't gonna tell y'all that I'm gonna see my son again. I don't know." He said, "We all know that Joker wasn't always above board. I mean, he was 1,000% honest." Me and Deborah sat there and looked at each other like, "Well, he kicking the real."
And that's what. But see, you know what? But when you kick it, like when you truthful with yourself and you acknowledge that, okay, my son or my daughter is fucked up. Everybody try to paint this picture on their child just being so great, knowing that your child was an asshole.
Man,
You
look,
know,
I used to tell my kids all the time, if the teacher called me, you got one time to tell me your version of what happened and don't lie.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Because if I know everything that happened, I can go in there and I can back you, right? If you lie to me, because see, here's the thing, because what they don't understand is I know you, right?
right.
So when the teachers start coming with shit, I be like, that ain't my son, or that ain't my daughter. But every time the teacher came to me with shit, and I be like, yeah, I can see that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
I can see that. You know, I wasn't
exactly.
one. See, I wasn't one of them parents that be like, oh, my son, my daughter, y'all fucking. When I let them start talking first, and then I'd be like, yeah, I can see that because yeah, this nigga did something like that at the crib. Yeah,
And see,
like
I
when the
think
teacher told me one time, she was like, I'm gonna call your father, and my son said, well, let me sit down before I get in trouble.
but I think that's the biggest problem because when parents start defending their kids on bullshit, they kids grow up to thinking that I could do whatever the fuck I want. As long as I don't do it to my parents, if you do it to your parents, now they upset. But if you do it to anybody else, the parents gonna take up for you on some bullshit. And when they get older, they think they can still do the same fuck shit and get away with it. And I think that's the problem as far as parenting.
I think
Yeah.
I know I agree wholeheartedly. So let me first say that because y'all like to be like, you know, I agree wholeheartedly, but
First
also
of all, correct your verbiage. Don't come with y'all. That's you and David shit.
I was trying not to get on light skin so early in
No,
the
no,
game.
no,
You know
no,
what
no,
I'm saying?
no. Let's keep it direct.
Anywho, David. um, but also, I think a lot of these teachers have such a one-track mind that even when students that aren't typically issues based off of their own views, sometimes they will make issues with certain students. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've always said that we need more black men as teachers, and I get it, like the pay sucks, all of that other stuff. But I told one of my son's teachers, a black male, at one point in time, you may be the only positive black male influence that they have in their life. So that's significant in the black community. You know what I'm saying? To instill certain things, to see a positive male role model, Um, but some of these teachers, because I done had to go up to the school a couple times, so I'm saying, like,
Okay, so let me tell you this, And we talked about this on a show a few years ago. There's the school out here in Chicago, Phillips High School. Is a public school, all male,
Mm-hmm.
all black teacher,
She
all
from
black
Chicago,
male
she
teacher.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I know she's been out of Chicago for a while, so I don't know if you heard the story. So no. I wasn't trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to be funny.
But it was funny though.
But, but for last
She
few
ain't even black
years,
though. Trying to, you know what I'm saying?
the last few years, they've had 100% of their graduating class go to college. A lot of women are complaining because they want to teach at the school because they feel like they've been discriminated against. And I have an issue with that because if it's all, I don't give a shit who it is. If you have 100% of your kids going to school and excelling, why change? That's just like saying if you had an all female school and all female teachers and all the females are going to college, why would you want to bring males in there just to show some diversity that could fuck everything up? Not saying females will fuck everything up, but what you have is working. Go
See,
ahead, Creed. I know you
the
about
problem. Nah, the problem is that we want to insert ourselves in shit that we really. Okay, so this is the same thing that happened with integration, right? This is an integration issue. Like black people was doing fine and we was excelling, but we just felt like we had to get into that White House though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, them black businesses are cool, but if we can get them white businesses to fuck with us, we'll be so much better. And like Martin Luther King said right before he died, he said he feared that integration, that he's helped integrate black people into a burning house. And I'll be damned. Integration don't do nothing but cripple. So if you got something look, 3 years in a row, you got 100% of your graduating class going to
It's been
college.
more than 3 years because that started
Leave
before I
that
went.
shit with 100% graduation rate going to college.
Yeah.
Okay, so leave it alone. Leave it alone. You know, find out what they're doing and see can you replicate it. Because here's the thing: when Oprah Winfrey started her all girls academy, ain't nobody say shit. It's all not because here's the thing, and here's what a lot of people don't know. Not only is it an all girls academy, but ain't nothing but female teachers working there.
So I want to know in this all girls academy, you brought it up. Why is it so much sex scandals and stuff going on in there?
Well, what I want to know is that ain't no girls here in the United States want to go to school. It had to be done in Africa.
Which goes back to the point that I just made. Like it's something more to that, in my opinion. But I'll leave that alone.
You know, like, man, look, let me tell you something. Oprah is the motherfucking golden goose. You can't say nothing about Oprah, but Oprah always ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this: if the shit ain't right, as my father would say, if everything in the milk ain't white, then we need to call that shit out.
Well, Oprah, your Beyonce, you can't say shit or bad about them because now all of a sudden you bashing them and stuff. But I'm a firm believer, whether you fuck with somebody or not, if they doing wrong, you need to let them know. You need to call it out. You shouldn't be able to not call somebody out.
My problem is this in today's society. If you disagree with anything or anybody, you're automatically labeled anti. For me to be anti anything, anti-Semitic, homophobic, anything, that means that I have to advocate for the destruction of that person, place, or thing. If I disagree with you, that is not destructive. If I say I don't agree with homosexuality, that doesn't make me homophobic.
You don't agree with smoking crack either.
There it is. I guess you anti-dope fiend. So
I am anti-dope fiend. I am.
I don't know, man. Depends, man. Dope fiends be having the hookup on some. Hey, nigga, I got this 57-inch, man. You $10.
I just need somebody to come detail my car.
You know, but
man,
if you say anything about the Jewish community, you're anti-Semitic. Well, if I didn't say anything but like the Jews run. whatever. If I say the Jews run the broadcast community, meaning television, radio, etc.
They do.
The
They own
movies,
every network.
they own it.
Every media outlet, they own it.
First of all, prove me
But
wrong.
they're not gonna say they do.
Tell me what's anti-Semitic about that.
That's common knowledge. Like,
right, like if you don't like what I say, ain't nothing anti about it. Just say, well, I disagree, and let's keep it pushing.
That's too hard nowadays.
You know, because here's the thing: you're anti everything except anti-black. Because we never keep the same energy when it comes to struggles in the black community. People can say whatever they want to about black people, and I'm tired of it. And it's not anti-shit. We need to just get over it. But you say anything about any other race of people or whatever, gender, whatever, and you're anti-that. That's bullshit. Yeah. I'm off the soapbox. Y'all can have the show back.
I mean, but speaking of crackheads, right? When I was young, I think I was 17, 18, and that's when the car radios was this style. This motherfucker had this box. He trying to sell me a car radio, right? And I'm like, man, you know this motherfucker look nice. I'm like, let me see it. He didn't want to open up the box, so you on some bullshit. Man, I snatched that box from that motherfucker, opened it up. It was a brick. I'm like,
how about my wife bought a TV for the car from a crackhead. Never got that motherfucker hooked. Could never get that bitch hooked up. It's definitely rolling the dice, fucking with crackheads. But I ain't anti-crack. You know what I'm saying?
I'm anti-crack. I'm anti-crack.
And I can't be anti nothing. Whatever you do with your life is what you do with your life. If
yeah,
it's
it is.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because
all I'm saying is that when I tell you I don't agree with it, I shouldn't have to fear being labeled as no shit. I'd be like, well, if I say nah, I think that's bullshit. You know, because like I said, in order to be anti anything, you have to be for the destruction of it. I ain't said go out and kill not one Jewish person, not one homosexual, not one crackhead, not one nothing. I just said I don't agree with the shit.
I agree.
Okay, so Keita, with the statement you just made, now I heard this YouTuber say this, and it made perfectly good sense. So he was saying we want to. I don't need you to comment until I finish. Damn.
Ooh, did he just get shit out you?
So when he was
acting light skinned today, ain't he?
He was talking about abortions, right?
He just check shit out to you. Like what did all that was missing was what did I tell you? That's all that was missing.
Flexing his complexion. You know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker Pimp Ham almost got strong.
Hey, you can try it if you want to. The last nigga that tried to raise his hand.
Now, nigga, you seen the pistol. Don't fuck around. I seen your range score stop. Now
and you about my height. and you about my height, fam. So I feel like I can take you.
Man, look here. Don't let the light skin fool you.
And
but like I was saying,
look, you going against her like 3-on-1, nigga.
Okay,
catch that.
I'm just gonna say this: if y'all see me fighting the bear, y'all might want to help the bear. I'm just gonna say that.
He gonna need about teddy bear. What we talking about?
Fluffy, real soft, real soft.
Chicago bears, but like I was saying, so he was talking about abortions, right? And he said, "Well, people say it's my body. I have the right to choose. That's what I want to do, and nobody should say anything about it." Then he brought up, well, with that logic, what
Why
about somebody?
Why do we always go to this?
Hold on, my God!
Because he got some shit on his mind. We obviously ain't settled it yet. Hold on.
I'm just bringing up the same analogy. He said, well, when somebody want to commit suicide, they don't say it's his body. He has the right to do what he want to do, and they try to get him treatment. No, because
ain't nobody stopping a suicide, nigga.
Come on, like what?
If a motherfucker say he wanted to do that, they would try to get him help.
Okay, so
what's
hold
different?
on a
This is
second.
body.
Okay.
I'm just using the same analogy. I'm not agreeing with it.
Okay, yeah, boy. Let me tell you where that analogy is flawed. Abortion is a woman's. A woman is breeding a human being inside of her body. She has the right to choose whether or not she wants to complete that process or not. Suicide is a mental, is the offset of something going on inside your brain that maybe you might want to talk to somebody about before you go through it. Now, that's not to say that it ain't gonna happen, but here's the reality: if somebody really want to kill themselves, the reality is they ain't. Twitch didn't tell nobody he was gonna go kill himself. He told his wife he was going for a walk. He told his wife he would be back and just left. She knew something was wrong because the nigga's car was still at the house. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say, I'm fucked up. Nobody knew. Like if, and this is what I used to tell them inmates, man. When they be coming up, man, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm like, you don't really want to kill yourself because a nigga that want to kill himself ain't really gonna announce it and tell nobody.
That is true.
I mean, let's keep it 100. All right, like a motherfucker come up to me talking about. I had a dude come up to me one time, and let me tell you how I called his bluff. A lot of people say, man, you gambling with your job. Look here, man, I know bullshit when I see it, right? Motherfucker came and he had a bunch of, he had took the razor that we gave him to shave with and sliced himself like maybe 4 times horizontally on his wrist. I said, what's up, man? I said, you need some medical attention. He said, man, I tried to kill myself. I said, no, you ain't trying to kill yourself. I said, because if you really want, I said, going horizontally, you goddamn got to cut your wrist off. I said, if you really want to kill yourself, catch that vein and pull up. You be out this bitch. You be out this bitch in about 30 seconds, maybe a minute max. You know what I'm saying? I told him you wouldn't even been able to walk up to this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were like, man, you telling him how to kill himself? I said, because this nigga wants some attention. He didn't want to kill himself.
Well, I think that's the problem with a lot of men nowadays because all they do, I think the majority of the men nowadays
attention though might be a mental health issue. The reason for attention now that might be a mental health issue, but he didn't want to die.
You know what? Okay, these males, because I refuse to call a lot of them men. The only reason they want attention is because they nothing but they mama with male parts. They just want all the attention because a lot of them act like straight bitches.
I saw a video and I swear I'm gonna send it to you. It was a woman talking about how women have fucked up men in general. I said I was gonna send it to you.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my analogy on that, Quita?
I already know what it is.
What is it? Please tell me.
Everything's the woman's fault. Everything.
No. I'm not saying everything.
It's a woman's fault.
No. I place blame where I see it because I'll put a lot of blame on men. Maybe you don't pay attention when I do that, but I do put blame on women too. Look at these boys growing up. They act just like their mother. They want attention. They think you could have a woman go on the street and cuss out a bunch of people and nothing happens to him. But then a man does that, he get his ass whooped. Men didn't do that back then. But all they doing is acting just like their mothers and their sisters and their aunts. When you got 55 women raising a boy, who's there to teach him how to be a man? So all he's doing is emulating the women that's around him. That's why I say.
So where the daddy at though?
I don't know where the daddy at.
Okay, so tag, I'm it.
Go ahead.
All right. So this is systemic, right? And we can trace it all the way back to slavery.
Let's talk about that.
Because we wasn't allowed to marry, quote unquote, back in the day. We had ceremonies. And at any given moment, the man, the woman, the child, or all three could be sold in different directions.
Yeah.
So systemically, we've been conditioned to wander. Let's call it the wandering gene, right? However, women have embraced that because you have a lot of women out here that will fuck around, get pregnant, and get up in a nigga's face and tell him how much she don't need him,
Yeah.
right? And then she will raise her kids and tell them subconsciously, well, no, this is conscious shit right here. When women say, and I've heard women bash they baby daddies, your daddy ain't shit, right? Which is something I'm glad my mother never did. But self-consciously, subconsciously, they say shit to a child like, when he fucking up, you acting just like your daddy. Well, now he associates fucked up behavior with who his father is or may not have been, but that's what your mama did, right? That's how your mama labeled him. So now we have things going on in our mind that maybe shouldn't be going on in our mind. Now, is that the man? Now let me double it back and put it back some of that back in the man's lap. Just because a woman told you she didn't need you, like one of the things me and Deborah used to talk about when we was younger, I was like, it don't matter what you do. You could leave me tomorrow. My kids are my kids, and I'm gonna be there.
Right.
If I have to spend every dollar I got fighting you. This is one thing I can't stand is when dudes use the fact that, oh, my baby mama won't let me see my kids. She won't. Nigga, you don't want them kids. Because if you did, you do everything in your power to look. We worked. It was a dude that was at the jail that spent $100,000 to get custody of his kids from when he got divorced. You know what
But
I'm saying?
okay, but okay, let me ask you this. Should any parent, not just the father, but should any parent have to fight to be in their child's life?
You
Because
shouldn't have to fight.
what I feel is fucked up is biological father can't see child, or he got joint custody, which means you get him every other weekend, every other holiday, whatever. New boyfriend has full access to the child. Tell me where that makes
Well,
sense.
well, it don't make sense, but see that's up. Like here's the thing, man. See, before I got married, I would tell women all the time, if you got kids, I don't want to meet your kids because I'm dating you. If I'm
Yeah.
not getting on bended knee, I don't need to meet your kids. See, you got too many motherfuckers that will be in a dating situation and allow motherfuckers to access to their kids. You know, oh shit, look who the Dorsey then came up out the she must ain't got no more man. She watching the show again. Your man let you watch the show again.
But a man, a parent, neither parent should ever have to fight to be in their kid's life. I think that's some of the biggest bullshit we have that's going on in this country, because you shouldn't have
the
to pay
problem with
$100,000.
the problem with all of that is you have two individuals in their feeling, and they're not being parents. Period. When you're a parent, you do what's in the best interest of your child, regardless of how you feel. So it ain't got shit to do with the male or the female, because you can make an instance on each side on why each parent is doing what they're doing. But the fact of the matter is, you got two immature individuals who are putting their own selfish needs and feelings in front of the needs and feelings of their child. Now,
Well,
if
that's why
you
that's
have
why
a
when I
parent, hold on, because I'll let y'all talk. If you have if you have um a parent, male or female, that is toxic to that child, who's not doing what's best for that child, who's disturbing their self-esteem, who's tearing them down, then you have to make some decisions as a parent as to what's best for your child based off of that, because you as an individual can't control what another person is doing. But the thing, as a parent, you have to protect your child by any means.
agree with that. Now,
1,000%.
when we say that, so what I think is fucked up, because in the court system, if the child says, well, I want to live with my daddy or I want to live with my mother, the courts say that that child is too immature to make that decision.
Bullshit.
Well, they say
Bullshit.
that. That's what the court
No,
say.
no,
The court
it's
say they
not
got to
what the
make that
court
decision.
say. Because I'm about to break this down to you. My dad has 10 siblings. Two girls, actually has 11. 2 girls, 9 boys. If those males in his family are not married to those women, they have custody of their children. My older brother has custody of his daughter. Full custody of his daughter. She goes to see her mother in the summer. So at the end of
Did
the
the mother
day,
try to get this?
it's a choice as to what you, as a male, what you will and won't do for as far as what's best for your child. Most of the time,
I got what you're saying. But if the male and female is going back and forth, then the court would make that decision. The child can't make the decision. What I'm
Well,
saying was fucked up is because if a child say, "Well,
here's
I want to go from a boy to a girl," then the court say, "Well, that child has the right to make that decision." So you can make a decision what sex you want to be, but you can't make a decision on what parent you want to live with because you're not mature
well
enough.
here's the unfortunate reality with that side of the argument as far as the kids. A lot of men, when it comes to custody, statistically don't even show up because they feel defeated. They feel like, well, I'm gonna get fucked over anyway. My
Yeah,
thing is this: if you gonna fuck me, you gonna fuck me in my face. It ain't gonna be behind me because
yeah.
I'm right here. I don't give a fuck if it's a court appearance every 2 weeks. I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes just don't. They fuck themselves because they don't even show up.
I know somebody right now who had full custody of his children and was like, "Man, this shit is hard. I'm gonna let her have some more days because I can't do this."
That's on some. Now look, on some real shit.
Because a lot
Now
of niggas want their lifestyle. They want to keep doing what they doing without the
let's
responsibility.
keep it 100 now.
I agree with that.
Raising kids. Let me tell you something, boy. Yeah, I ain't gonna sit up here and be on the pedestal like after being a full-time father. If I had some part-time options, I might would have took them motherfuckers.
Exactly.
But
Cause
see,
this shit is
So
tiring.
a lot of what's going on is that, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah,
but so
this shit is
why don't we teach?
tiring.
Why don't we teach in the community? I'm not saying I'm talking about as a whole. Why don't we teach this younger generation that being a parent is tough work? You know, don't
And
expect
look,
your life.
let me give a shout out, and because I don't know if he's watching or gonna watch later, but let me give a shout out to my youngest son, who has got to be. Let me just tell you, like, I'm gonna keep it 1,000%. The relationship he has with his kids, I wish, because I was so busy out there chasing the bag, trying to be, whatever, and my kids don't begrudge me nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I sit back and watch my son with his kids, and I wish that I was half the father. This nigga, his parenting skills are awesome.
And
So
you know what?
Isaiah
You
Montgomery, just know that your father thinks that you are the shit, and I'm learning from you.
knowing you and Deborah, when he had his first child, just knowing you and Deborah from the little bit of time I known you all, I knew deep down that he was gonna be a good parent because he came from good stock. You
And
know,
you
I
know,
see
I'm
you and
fucked
Deborah
up.
doing your
I'm
thing.
fucked up.
probably needed to hear that too. He
Huh? Say
probably
again.
needed to hear that.
But you know
I
what? Whether
tell him
you
all.
fuck,
I tell him all the time. Like I told him one time on Facebook. I said, man, I told him. I said, man, something about his parenting skills. He said, I had a good example,
yeah,
and that felt good. But to be, I mean, I'm just keeping it. I'm keeping it 100. This boy is already past where I was as a father, man. Already, and I ain't mad at that. Let me tell you. Let me just say, I ain't mad at that because we want our
No,
kids to be
that's a
better than what.
parenting win.
Yeah,
That's a
we
yeah,
want
parenting
our
you
kids
want
to
him to
be
get better.
we want our kids to be better than we were, but
yeah.
I'm just saying, like I look at him, I sit back and look at him, and I just be like, damn, that boy is dope.
Yeah. And like okay, like my boy Tay, his father could walk up to him right now. He wouldn't even know who he was. He never seen his father. He got two
Mm.
girls that he raised, and he made sure that they would never be in the same situation that he was in.
Which goes back to what I always say when we have any of these conversations about finger pointing and all of that stuff. At the end of the day, it's about accountability, self
It's
accountability.
always about accountability. It's always about that.
No,
Yeah.
but you don't make it. You like to blame folks. Like at the end
No,
of the
because
day,
the people that need to get blamed need to get blamed. We can't sit up
Quita,
here. We can't sit up
Quita
here.
sitting up here Quita sitting up here looking like Roxanne Shante right now. That was the icebreaker right there.
No. When somebody fucks up, they need to be called out. I mean, that's just point blank. Period. And that's why I say I don't just throw all the blame on the women. I don't throw all the blame on the men. But if there's an issue, it need to get called out. That person, when somebody's doing good or somebody's doing the right thing, we need to call that out, just like we
but
call out
again,
the people
like
that fuck
even
up.
with that last example, you with your guy, he could have did the same shit and not. I don't know. My dad. I don't know my daddy, and so he made a decision. That's self accountability to
And
not
me and
be
him, we, we,
like
we
what
got
he.
damn near 40 years of friendship. And if he would have did the same thing, I would have called his ass out too.
I'm
You
not
fucked up.
talking about you. I'm talking about in general.
I mean, you know what? Here's the reality. Decisions are that's what makes us unique, right? Because you have the ability to look at a situation and extract the good or the bad from it. Now, I didn't like the relationship me and my father had growing up, so I said I was gonna make it better for me and my son,
Hmm.
all of my kids. Okay, so the relationship that we have is different from the relationship I had with my father. Now, some people would have looked at the relationship I had with my father and used it as a crutch or an excuse to not be shit. And I'm not saying that my father wasn't shit because me and my father, we buried this a while ago. Like we've had conversations revolving around this, and he's admitted his downfall, right? Which is the only reason why we're at the stage where we're at today. Because had he never admitted it, then I would still be like, well, because my biggest thing is tell me where you fucked up at, and now let's build on that, right?
Right.
But a lot of it ain't even just to tell me where you fucked that up at. It's literally give me I mean just an apology. Show some
And he did
remorse.
that. Well,
You know
he
what I'm saying?
did that,
But
right?
that's what I'm saying.
Right, and he did that, right? Like, okay, full full transparency, right? So I was 25 years old before my father ever told me he loved me. Never
I was
heard that from
almost
an old
30
man,
when my mama told me she
right?
loved me.
That shit broke me down. Me and Deborah in the car, I turn off the radio. I'm just processing this shit in my mind. And I tell her, and she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it fucked me up. So fast forward, I tell my old man, like, look, man, all that raising me shit, that's over with, right? Like, like that, like my basketball games, my football games, you missed all of that. Me, my first girlfriend, all that. You wasn't there for none of that,
Hmm.
right? So right now, only thing we can do is be the best friends that we can be. Boom.
Right.
From that, we developed. Me and my father have a very good relationship now, right? My father looked at me when I graduated from DePaul and was like, "Man, I'm proud of you." And now this is what really kind of broke the ice. He said, "I didn't have shit to do with this. This was all your mom, right?" And then now this is when he was still living in California. Now this nigga in Mississippi fucking up my life. But I mean, we driving down down the freeway in California, and he like, "Man, you know what? The worst thing I ever did was left your mama." He said, "I should have made that one work." Well, 30 something, 40 something years down the line, too late for that one, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Too late for that one, nigga. But yeah, I mean, so he just was like admitting, I mean, he just had like a come to Jesus moment, and that's what allowed us to get over that. Now a lot of people would have looked at that and been like, well, my father wasn't shit, I ain't gotta be shit neither. right?
Right.
So I said that I wanted to be better for my kids, and as a result, my kids are being better for theirs, and I'm ecstatic about that shit.
And I think that's the way it should be because I got a cousin, and I mean he a straight dirtbag. You know, he he got two kids. He don't do shit for them. The little white girl he moved to Minnesota. He staying with. He take care of her kids and shit. And one of his nieces
The white
was
girl, he taking care of
yeah
the white girl.
yeah one of the
Just
nieces was
just the kids. That's the shit that blow me. You play daddy to somebody else's kids when you don't play daddy to your own. Like that.
I'd be
How
damned if I would do
does
some
that
shit
even
like
Look
make
that.
sense?
here, man. Look. It's a dude right now I know who was absent like a motherfucker for his kids. And his answer to shit was to throw money at it. Like he always buying shit. But every time you turn around, he out, he putting up pictures or his girlfriend putting up pictures of trips they taking, places they going. Then you wonder why your kids don't respect you and don't fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And even with because one of his nieces was talking shit about him in front of his daughter, and I had to pull her to the side. I was like, "That ain't your place." You know,
Right.
the daughter will figure it out. You shut the fuck up.
Hey man,
And as the daughter got older, she figured that shit out.
my son's father used to take his that wasn't even his family, other folks to Disney World every year on my son's birthday.
What? Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm just saying, man.
Here's my thing, right? As a woman, right? You see a nigga got another other kid, and
Yeah.
that's how he doing.
Hmm.
And your ass don't say, uh, see, here's my thing, man. Say something happened to me and Deborah. First of all, anybody I fuck with, you better have number one, you better have all the kids you want. Number two, you can't have no like elementary age kids because I don't do the parent teacher conference shit no more. I'm done. Right? I'm a grandfather. Right? So all your kids better be of a certain age. But I can't understand how a motherfucker is gonna do more or the same for somebody else's kids and not theirs. I don't even understand that. And how do you look at this nigga and not be like, yeah, we can't be together? We not gonna be able to be together.
Well, okay. The
Because
same.
because
Now,
you're fucked up.
now, I get what the same. Well, depending on you with the person, because like my oldest son is not my biological son, but I don't treat him any different than mine. You know, so he's mine. So I do the same for him as I do for the others.
That's
But if I was
that's not, you're married.
that's
You're
okay,
married. Okay, so
and you
so
don't
this is
have
what
no
I'm talking
wayward
about.
kids out there that you ain't doing for.
Right. I'm talking about a
at least that I
motherfucker
know of, I was in the military.
whoa. Like, so look at this motherfucker be like half Filipino, be like, oh
Like
shit.
shit.
I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo.
It'd
I'm
be like,
yeah,
Daddy, like who
okay.
the fuck are you?
I'm like, I can kind of see it a little bit. You kind of short, but I mean, crazy.
Okay.
But I no. What I'm talking about is these motherfuckers that's in just relationships. They not married, and if you're married and you have not blended your family, something wrong with you. Something
There's something wrong with that.
seriously wrong with you.
It is. And I don't get how the fuck you just take care of somebody else's kids and just leave yours to the side. Because you should have
Let me tell you something.
should
Whatever I do for yours, mine gonna get that plus because he mine.
exactly.
He mine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't understand how your baby daddy would take somebody else's kids to Disney World and your son ain't right there in the picture. That's some bullshit.
Or
But then what type of
or
woman? What type of woman?
don't even send a gift.
What
He's
type of woman,
trash.
like Ron said, what type of woman would want to deal with somebody like that? Because if I'm dating a female and you ain't doing shit for your kid, but you trying to do everything for my kid, what the fuck makes you think I want to be with you? Because you ain't doing shit for yours. What makes my kids that much special than your own kids? So any man that does that, honestly, hey, he need his throat kicked in because your kids is a part of you. That woman kids ain't important.
His guys ain't said nothing to him either.
Because his
But
guys are trash too.
see, a lot of people like to hang around people
Like
that
attracts like.
I'm gonna tell you one of the things that one of the reasons I really started fucking with Deron is because one, he gonna tell it to you like it is. We don't always have to agree, but he's one that if I do something fucked up, he gonna call me out on it, and that's the way it should be. I don't need somebody to tell me
Kind of
everything
like
I
we
do.
started off last week's show.
I don't need somebody to always tell me that everything I'm doing is cool and you doing this. Oh man, yeah, man, fuck that. I don't need that shit because when I fuck up, I need you to pull me. I need you to pull my motherfucking string. Okay, maybe think about it. Now, if I continue to fuck up, that's on me. But at least as a friend, you told me.
There it is.
And too many people want to hang around yes men. That's like when
And what's tripped out is that when you get a motherfucker that tell you about yourself, like like it's like, hey dog, that's fucked up. Like whatever. Now all of a sudden, like, oh, we ain't cool. We ain't cool, nigga. If I wasn't cool with you, I would have just let you keep running your dumb ass to the wall. You know what I'm saying? But it
That
is what it is,
again
man.
goes with those decisions and self accountability. You choose a destructive life.
I mean, because here's the reality of it. Like, well, number one, Quitty, you a little different. But let's just in theory say you was dating because chicks do this, right? Like I've lost a few female friends behind shit like this. If I see you being stupid for a nigga, and I say, why you being dumb for that nigga? Like, well, you better than that. Or he showed you one person, but then he keeps showing you another, and you keep and you keep coming back with that. Well, we trying to work it out. I'm like, fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Me and Quita might. I'm using you as the example. We might fall out behind that, right? Because motherfuckers don't want to hear the truth. Like if David,
I'm gonna
like
be mad at you for not telling me the truth.
See what I'm saying? But I'm saying most women don't want to hear that shit. Like David, like if like, and I love your wife, but I got to use the example. Like if David's wife wasn't shit, and I say, yo, Dave, I saw your wife, she trash. You know what I'm saying? Most do now. David will probably be like, what the fuck you talking about? And then we talk about it, whatever, and I tell him, what the fuck it is. A lot of niggas would just be like, man, what the fuck wrong? They would take offense and start defending their wife. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You're supposed to defend your wife, especially if I come to you bogus. But if I come to you and I'm telling you your wife did X, Y, Z, or you telling me your wife did X, Y, Z, and I'm like, nigga, what's wrong with you? You don't see what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I am a blessing and a curse. My bluntness, a lot of people, like I was talking to somebody at work the other day, and I was like, my bluntness, a lot of people like it until it's directed at their ass.
Well, nobody. I mean, because nobody like hear the truth. Man, look at we lived in a fucked up society. Because you can't be truthful with nobody nowadays. You tell somebody the truth, and all of a sudden you an asshole. You want to counsel the motherfucker. God damn it, I'm telling you the truth because maybe I think you're a cool person. If other than that, if I didn't feel like you wasn't shit, I'm not gonna tell you shit. I'm gonna let you walk in that direction.
I'm gonna sit back and watch the show.
Exactly.
I'm gonna sit back, get the popcorn, and watch the motherfucking show, and do like everybody else and be talking about your ass behind your back.
I ain't gonna talk about you behind your back.
I will. Because I talk about you behind
I'm
your
gonna talk
back.
about you.
You know why? You know why I talk about you behind your back? Because the minute you come to me and say I heard, I'm like, no, this is exactly what I said. I repeat.
And that's another thing I like about D, because motherfucker tried to tell Deron I said something. Motherfucker, whatever I say behind anybody back, I can say it to
No,
them.
the motherfucker came to me talking about what David said, and I said, you know, I'm gonna go back and tell him, right? I told the motherfucker to his face, you know, I'm gonna go back and tell him that you said he said that, right? Yeah, fuck. Give a
Because
damn.
if I can say it behind your back, I could definitely say shit to your face. If
see,
I can't
my
say it to
thing
your
is this.
face, I'm gonna say it for.
See, that was kind of young in our friendship, right? That was number one. That was letting the person who came to me know who I was,
right?
But that was also a test for you, right? Because I was like, okay, if this nigga come to me and tell me David said something, and I go back and say, David, this nigga said you said X, Y, Z, and you ain't checked that, then I'm like, okay, this nigga is over here. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's over here. Because iron sharpens iron, right? And I'm like, yo, if you can't put a nigga in his place for quoting you wrong, then it is what it is, man. Because I don't have a problem repeating nothing I say. Motherfucker say, I heard you say it, and I'm going to listen to what you said. I'm like, yeah, no, that wasn't right. What I said was, and it was probably going to be more offensive than the shit you heard.
And you know what? See, and I think that's another problem, because I think a lot of men are just bitch made. They straight up bitch made, because everybody got they gossip like bitches. God damn, I really want to tell these niggas, shut the fuck up. Be a man about your shit. Like all these people that had a problem with Deron, if you got that much of a problem with him, that when he was going through his shit, y'all know how to reach out to him. You know
and
how to talk.
What's funny is that these niggas do not realize, like it wasn't even you. It's like some of the people that they was talking to was like, yo, so and so said X, Y, Z about you. I'm like, oh, really? Word. Okay. They don't even, to this day, they don't know. I'm like, nigga, you fake. But they wonder why I didn't fell back.
Yeah.
Well, Deron, you already know when something was said about you, not only did I check it, I was like, hey, watch that bitch.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And see, like, I mean, you know, I don't mind calling Deron out, because like I think most of the mirrors in this house don't work, because for some reason this motherfucker think he a handsome guy. So you know, I could tell him that shit, and he know the shit. He know he's not a handsome guy.
Actually,
D, no, hold on, D. I got this. I got this. The problem is, and you better not me.
We already knew what I was going through.
See? What we just talking about, some whole shit? That's what I'm talking about. The problem the problem, Deron, is, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a theory about motherfuckers with colored eyes. They don't see right, fam. Like, they don't act right. Like, something ain't about them.
Look. You know what it is?
Hey, you remember how when we was little and you had that little prism you looked through and it had all the different colors and
it distorted everything.
That's this nigga's eyes.
You know what it is?
That's this nigga's eyes.
Women want us, men want to be us. That's what.
No, you know what it is. See, I've never commented about
I steer clear. I had my red eye demon.
Look,
I'm not red eye.
I don't have to comment about my looks, man. I may not think I look that good. I mean, I don't think I scare small children. But let me just say, it don't matter what I think about myself. The bitches like me.
So, you know, honestly, I won't even say I'm the baddest, and I won't even try to portray the role. But I'm of the top two, and my father.
You one of the ugliest light skinned motherfuckers I know.
Man, fuck.
This nigga about to mute me. He about to take my screen down the whole night.
I ain't about to do shit.
I'm waiting for it to happen.
I'm about to go get some more of this gentleman Jack. I'll be right back.
Oh,
But
drunk
I can
ass
still hear
mother.
you, though. I can still hear you, nigga. Don't be talking no shit.
Nigga, whatever I say while you ain't on here, nigga, I will repeat it. Trust me, your
All
old
right.
ass. Then both of y'all walk off the screen. Ain't this a bitch?
Yeah.
All
My old
right.
ass what? My old yeah, but I can
No,
still
what's
hear
the
you,
Your
nigga.
old
opinion?
ass, your old ass to forget about time you make it back to Chicago. And I know you ain't coming to Chicago anytime soon because Negro is cold out here.
You right, but I look, man. Look, I'll probably be back there next weekend.
What?
Yeah, because I want to see my grandson one more
I was
time.
about to say
I,
he
well,
got
I want to see
grandbabies,
my
I
bro.
knew,
grandkids
hey, I
one
knew
more
it had to
time.
be something, shit, because your ass down
Yeah.
so said you was
Look,
not coming while it was cold.
look, it got to be my kids, my grandkids, or my mama bringing me back. But I'll tell you what, after this trip right here, April, nigga, April.
So you hear about Antonio what's that clown name? Antonio Brown.
Oh, this nigga put up them pictures of Brady White.
Well, not only that,
I was
but
about
you
to say he
know,
did that a long time ago. He did it
no,
again.
he's in legal trouble because his kid's mother was there and he fucked around and threw a shoe and hit her in the head. When let her in the house, tried to keep the kids away from her, threw a shoe and hit her in the head.
But only women do that.
Well, Antonio Brown is a bitch.
Something like that.
And I don't get whether he likes Tom Brady or not, but Tom Brady brought you over to the Patriots, then to Tampa Bay to help you get something that you've never had, a Super Bowl ring. This man tried to look out for you. Y'all had a little falling out, and then you disrespect the man's wife like that. That's the whole
How about they didn't even have a falling out? The nigga just flipped. He just flipped the script on them.
right. And come on, man. Like, this guy helped try to rejuvenate your career, and you just act like the bitch that you are. Then he should have, because honestly, he was facing which it still could come up, rape charges for when he supposedly pulled his dick out on the females in the pool. I mean, this man has really lost it.
On some real shit, I think we need to sit back. He'll never admit to it, but that nigga needs some. He got some mental shit going on, man.
Yeah.
Like
You know,
he's a walking billboard for I'm crazy as hell.
but you know, the people, like we said before, everybody in this corner are the people that roots him on. Nobody want to pull his chain. Nobody want to say this ain't the shit you need to do. See, when he fuck around and lose all that money, then they're gonna talk shit about him. And that's what they used to do to Mike Vick and Allen Iverson. Because I was in Newport News, and Allen Iverson used to buy all his fucking his crew what's the Bentleys. You see a bunch of Bentleys driving past the base.
Yeah, I need to be in that nigga crew, man, because I damn sure want the GT crew.
But
don't trip. That motherfucker coming too. Don't trip. That motherfucker's coming. But
you got the wrong motherfucker like Mike Vick. Come on now. You knew they was going at the Mike Vick. If any other person would have got caught with that dog ring, you would have probably did about a year in jail, and that was about it. And I'm pretty sure Vic would have tossed you some money. But y'all let this man go down the river. And come on now.
That was
well, we
that
know
was
the legal
more,
system. We know
yeah,
the
that
legal.
was the legal system. That wasn't
The
nobody.
legal system works
him.
different for black people than
He
do
got
white
caught
people.
up because the house, the land that they were on, he owned.
But you know the people ratted him out too, because them people didn't want to go to jail.
I don't remember reading that. I know he got
Some
caught
of
up.
some of them people did not want to go to jail, so they.
But that's what that look, man. The legal system works differently for black people than it do white. I mean, Mike Vick went to jail for fighting dogs, but Brett Favre can steal millions of dollars from welfare from the state of Mississippi, and nobody say shit.
You got Ben Roethlisberger got several rape cases that's been hushed.
Several.
The fuck is we talking
and we want to talk about, but we want to talk about
you're traumatizing women for life.
Right.
But we want to talk about
talking about a fucking
Deshaun
dog.
Watson. but we want to talk about Deshaun Watson. We don't want to talk
See,
about the white man.
here's the thing that I have when it comes to a lot of these cases. Because when one person steps out, when one woman steps out and say this man did XYZ, now you get about 20, 30 other women coming out trying to say the same exact thing. To me, and I'm not saying that everybody could be 100%, but how can you tell? Because everybody's story sounds the fucking same.
And
Here's
a
my
lot of
problem.
that because most people who are offenders like that, they do the same shit over and over. That's why the stories sound the same. And most women don't report it because most people, number one, don't believe them. First of all, secondly, then there's the blame that goes on the woman. Well, you shouldn't have dressed like that. You probably shouldn't have been out that late. You had too much to drink. There's all of these things, and then so it's you blaming yourself for shit that somebody else did to you. If whether
okay, so look, all that shit to the side. Historically speaking, anytime they wanted to excoriate a black man, they use his sexuality. Majority of the time is what happens to it. My problem, like let's take, because it's the most recent. Let's take the Deshaun Watson thing.
Right.
You recently had about 3 or 4 motherfuckers come out of, like, okay, he's getting ready to come back into the league, and then you got like 3 or 4 women come out like, oh, he sexually assaulted me too. Bitch, where was you at 2 years ago?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I want to hear this shit now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ever stand on that one. I've
Well,
talked to too
I'm
many
gonna tell you
people.
what's even more fucked up.
Hold on. I talked to too many people. It happens more often than you think.
I can believe it.
And the thing is people are not reporting it because it's always going to be your word against his. And then it's always the blame is put on you for something that you did. You shouldn't have went out to the club. You shouldn't have had on a dress that short. You shouldn't have gotten drunk. You shouldn't have you know what I'm saying? Like there's all of these things.
You shouldn't have sucked his dick. No, let me stop.
Well, what about retarded B? What about retarded B when she drugging admitted to drugging motherfuckers?
I don't agree with Cardi B ass either. The fuck? They should have charged her ass. Because that's another thing that we don't talk about.
And you are the one woman. And you are the one woman.
No, that's bullshit. Because they don't talk about all of these women. Men can get raped too. Motherfuckers like to laugh, and it's a lot of men who laugh at other men. You like, damn, nigga, you didn't want to talk. She was, and you felt like she took advantage of you. No, that's a real fucking thing.
D, remember on Facebook when I told you need to check this motherfucker because she was irritating me. It was a Comcast worker that got raped, and my niece aunt was trying to say men can't get raped and all this other shit, and she was irritating the fuck out of me. I was like, man, D, check this shit out. And D had to lay into her because she tried to say, well, if he got raped, how did he come?
Because first of all, do you know how many women? Do you know how many women have been raped and they were discharged because they came? That's a function that you can't. That as much as you like to think you can control it,
you cannot.
Right. Yeah, she went on this whole thing and that's unfortunately that's the mind frame of a lot of people that think that men
because here's how you beat that argument. If you could control your nuts, then women wouldn't be complaining about so many men not being able to bring them to them. They just let it go. You know what I'm saying? So if he got raped, how did he come? That's a bullshit argument.
No,
that's a motherfucker.
Exactly. That's a natural physical response.
That's somebody that you look at. You know what? As a matter of fact, that's an individual that you look at and just be like, you know what? I'm not even gonna argue with you because you just showed me that you're stupid. Like I don't even have to argue with you to prove to you that you're stupid. You did it for me.
You see, Megan the male horse. That case is
slow down.
What? What is a male horse called? We talked about this. What is a male horse? A stallion. Okay. So, like I said, you see Megan the male horse, and that Tory Lane shit is starting to fall apart.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell did Megan even want with this nigga. This nigga like 5'4".
Right,
Well,
because
no,
bitch, you could have bopped this nigga on his head.
Dude was fucking her friend. She wanted it. And that's when everything fell apart.
No, but Megan was dating this nigga though.
He was fucking the friend.
Dude, there's so many stories behind. It's so many stories behind that shit. At the end of the day, man, look, that shit above my pay grade. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying he shot her in the hoof, and
yeah. At the end of the day, you a grown man and shot a woman, fam.
Well, they trying to say he didn't pull the trigger now.
They trying to say that her girl did it. And when her girl took the stand, she pleaded the fifth. She like, yeah, I ain't got nothing to talk about. Until they gave her ass immunity, then she's feeling it. Here's what she don't realize. I tell people all the time, man, when you're dealing with the law, know the law. If you plead the fifth and then start talking, you can't then later go back and say, plead the fifth. I don't want to talk no more. They'll be like, you're not
yeah, no, because they got evidence. Everything is based on evidence.
Yeah. But
so they gave your dumb ass. They gave your dumb ass immunity for a certain amount. But see, your dumb ass will probably talk your way into some shit that ain't under the immunity agreement, and then boom, there you go. That's why when you plead the fifth, it don't matter what they offer you. The key to that is shut the fuck up.
Well, that's like that little dumbass so-called activist in Chicago, Miracle Boyd, when she got her teeth knocked out. And she went on TV talking about how the police was just knocked her teeth out and she cried. But then she went on her Instagram page talking about, yeah, I was throwing shit at him. I was doing blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure her lawyers probably pulled her to the side and said, look at you, dumbass bitch. You might want to shut what they call the fuck up. Because the shit that you putting on Instagram, they can use.
Let me tell you something, man. I was talking to a dude that works. Because I was looking, like me and Deborah just fucking around, and like Arlington PD, these niggas starting salary between $70,000 and $90,000 a year, depending on your experience, right? So I was talking to this one dude, he's a detective in the drug unit. He was like, you know how we catch a lot of our drug cases now? He said, social media. He said, people can't stay off this motherfucker. He said, people want to post. He said, they be on social media posting the dope, the money, and the gun.
And and DM me.
He said, if I had $1 for every motherfucker that asked me, man, dog, how you catch us? Nigga, you helped us.
Well, you remember Pretty Ricky, right?
Yeah.
We was in he part of the little Vice Squad, so they was when they it was after all the riots and shit in Chicago. They was posting on Facebook. They had a little group. They posted on Facebook on the spots they was trying to hit. Motherfucker was sending it to the police. So as these motherfuckers got to the spot, the police was right there.
Police already there.
Right. So you would think,
you put it on Facebook. Look here, man. I was watching this shit. Let me tell you, gangsters that think they so intelligent, they be some of the dumbest motherfuckers, man. So King Blood out of New York. This is how this nigga get caught and gets life in prison. Watching this thing on him. All his people flipped on him. They was facing federal charges. So they on top of the federal penitentiary where they would have them do their yard time. And he talking, and they like, yo, Blood, what's the plan? What we doing to get out of here? That motherfucker told him, he said, man, we just gonna ride it out and do this life. What? Nah, nigga, what's the plan for us to get out of here? Nah, man, we gonna do life. Every last one of them niggas say when they got out of the yard, when they got done with their rec time, they couldn't wait to get to the phone to call their attorney. Hey, man, get the fuck up out of here, man. What y'all want to know?
Wow.
These niggas. I'm like, look here. I told Deborah. I said, life.
Y'all been watching
Hold on, Queen. Let me explain something to you. I'm one of the baddest niggas I know. Right? I done been through some shit. Life. Nigga, I'ma tell on every motherfucker I know in alphabetical order.
Man, here's my thing with that, right? If I was involved in some shit that I knew I could be caught up for, that's me.
We just finna do life. But this nigga say the plan is to do life. Oh no. No, that's not the plan.
Hey,
That's your plan. That's not
was
Deron.
I
That's not
involved or
Did's
was I
plan.
not?
That's not Did.
You've been watching the BMF documentary?
What? What? Big Meats, let me tell you something, man. I just told Deborah this the other day. I said, for all intents and purposes, Big Meats was a cool ass dude. You know, because when his people told him when his people said, why don't you just leave? He said, I could leave, but then what y'all gonna do? I gotta look out for y'all. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, see, his thing was, his problem was, and the reason why the feds wanted him to walk like they did was because he was flamboyant. If he was low key and out the way, they probably wouldn't have really gave a fuck, right? Like, this is how you know.
Said they was like, this nigga was taunting us. He put a billboard up right across from the office.
Across the street. But here's the thing, Doc. Here's how you know. Yeah, he put up a billboard that said the world is BMF across the street from the DA office in Atlanta. Dang. But here's how you know. But that was to promote his record label, the BMF record label, right? But here's how you know that they wanted him and didn't really care about nobody else.
Yeah.
They let his brother out of jail 2 years ago for health reasons. He asked for the same leniency, and they told him, "No, nigga, we holler at you in 2029."
Facts.
Damn. Well, you hear about the white
thing. All the evidence that they had was
on Terry. His brother, not on him.
None of it against me.
Damn.
But they let the nigga go, but they had the evidence on.
Now I was trying to find a story. It was a white motherfucker. Now you know how the police put up there the little mug shots on social media. So white guy, he texted. I think it was on Facebook. He texted them and said, "Well, y'all forgot about me." They looked up and realized this motherfucker had a warrant and said, "I guess you right." Showed up to his house and arrested his dumb ass. Like, really? If y'all forget about me, that's what's the fuck gonna happen. Y'all just gonna forget about me because I'm not going to.
Let me just tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. I used to start every 90-day assignment off the same way. Right? I used to go on the deck, like, hey, yo, let me holler at y'all. Except for when I was on midnight with you, because they sleep. You don't want to wake these niggas up. But on that one time they had me on that deck when them niggas was already woke, I walk in there, I be like, hey man, let me holler at y'all for a minute. And they be thinking that you finna tell them some deep shit. I be like, ain't y'all not in here because y'all committed no crime? You know, that's bullshit. Niggas commit crimes every day, don't never come to jail. And they sitting there like, yeah, you right about it. I said, no, y'all in jail because y'all stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because y'all did or said something or partnered up with somebody that got your black ass right here.
Yeah.
And
everybody ain't loyal though. They play the role, but they ain't.
At all.
Man, I remember a motherfucker when I first started. This motherfucker, he was talking about, man, I ain't snitching, I ain't no snitch, blah, blah, blah. I ain't gonna never snitch, man. They kissed my ass. That motherfucker was looking at 80 years. He said he buckled. And put it like this, he only got 2 years.
Man, look here. Yeah. I put you like this.
I'm gonna be like Blagojevich. Blagojevich ain't told on no motherfucking body, G.
You're right. He a G. That's some gangster shit. See, that's real gangster shit. But let me tell you something though. Let me tell you something. Like these niggas nowadays, snitching is part of the code now. Cause I had a motherfucker that I knew was snitching. This when I was in Max. I knew he was snitching. I said, yo, you want me to make it seem like you came from an out of town visit? Because they called this nigga off the deck. I was working 3 to 11 at the time. They called this nigga off the deck. And he was gone for a minute. And I was like, yo, this gonna look bad for fam when you get back on the deck. He said, man, fuck these niggas. I don't care if they know what I'm doing. I like, what? You don't care if they know what you're
Let me ask you this. Now put yourself in this situation. So I came in. This motherfucker, he pissed off. I'm like, why you mad? He said he called his exact words. I called my bitch. The nigga that I took the it was on Valentine's Day. He said the nigga I took the rap for answered her
Pick up the phone.
motherfucker.
I'm telling on everybody, nigga. I don't give a fuck. That code don't mean shit.
Yeah, fuck that code
Telling
at that
everybody.
point. Now you fucking
telling everybody, nigga. Telling everybody, nigga. You fucking my bitch while I'm locked up, nigga. I took the rap for you.
Nah, okay. Man, look, this is
I like that's what we
nigga
doing.
hit the gun.
I'm about to blow up the whole spot. Everybody going to jail. That's what we're doing.
I got a domestic
look,
case.
While you playing, that shit has happened in the past. That shit has happened for real.
I got a domestic case because of my baby daddy. I wouldn't tell on him. They really wanted him.
Yeah.
Lock my black ass up.
I'm like that motherfucker on Have Bait. Maybe like, how long you think you could do? I don't know, 4:30. Shit, come get me out there. Man, look, hey, I ain't made for jail. I told the motherfucker today. I said, man, look, I'm gonna tell you what kept me on the straight and narrow. One, I got green eyes. I'm not trying to fight and prove to nobody I'm not they bitch. So we not about to do that shit. Nah, it's just not about to happen. You know, so I had to make sure I stayed on the straight.
Somebody about to nut all over your face, nigga.
Yeah, see that wasn't about to happen. I was you remember the movie with what's that movie with Martin Lawrence and the white boy, and they about to let the white boy out of SEG, and he saw them black motherfucker that whoop his ass, so he stole on the CO. See, that'll be me. I had to stay in. Well, now county ain't shit, but just hey, man, look, that motherfucker. I had a motherfucking inmate tell me one time, he's like, man, CO, you got some gorgeous eyes. Hold on, bro, you can't tell me that shit. You get your motherfucking ears clapped together. We ain't doing that shit. A female would tell me I got pretty eyes all day, every day. A man cannot tell me I got. I don't give a fuck if you call yourself a transgender, gay, whatever. You can't tell me I got pretty.
What we know is that your internet ain't working. Your picture was just blurry than a motherfucker.
That's because you know the ugly motherfucker trying to
You see that deflection? You see that deflection, D? You see that deflection?
Know you ugly, nigga. Yo, internet know you ugly.
Durant, do you see the deflection? The lack of accountability? You done took him off the screen.
No, that must be his internet. I don't know what was going on. His internet must have fucked up.
Must be my internet. Right. All right. So first of all, let me just say this. Deborah got her black card because I finally made her sit down and watch Paid in Full. She never seen the movie before.
I ain't never seen it either.
Oh my God. You done posted memes from the movie, nigga.
I've never seen.
I told you.
I
told you he was counterfeit.
When my man is sitting in the car crying and motherfuckers be like giant fans be like or that's Paid in Full, nigga.
I know that, but hold on. How the fuck am I counterfeit? Because I said
he can't pass the paper bag test, man.
How the fuck am I counterfeit and because I never seen it?
Nigga, every black that's one of the movies that every black person needs to have seen or have watched, period.
Okay, but how the fuck
ain't no okay.
Is that counterfeit?
Ain't no
saw
okay.
Menace to Society, didn't you?
Look, I bet you he's seen Color Purple.
Because it was from they West Coast. You saw Boys in the Hood, of course, because they West Coast. Let me see what other movies. Let's see. You saw New Jack City, right?
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Okay. Let me see what
I see.
You saw Color Purple?
Yeah.
You saw Color Purple?
Yeah.
Mr. was probably your favorite character, wasn't he?
Facts. He looked like he loved Mr.
No.
Yo, low key, you know who my favorite character was? Take one guess.
In the Color Purple?
Celie? Why was that?
Nigga, you crazy, nigga.
Oh, I thought you were saying yeah when I said Sealy.
Say one guess.
Suge.
No, I can't see it being Suge.
Mr. Mr.
Don't,
Father.
don't.
Mr. See, I got somebody else on my side.
That motherfucker's hilarious, man.
I got somebody else on my side right there.
That's not being on your side. Like that's Rage Against the Machine against the
okay, so first of all, the fact that Dorsey is on your side, do that really? I mean, she never seen Paid in Full. Do you really want to be on that side of the fence, bro?
I'm just saying.
This nigga just learned how to drive last week. This nigga just learned how to drive last week. She's 37 years old.
And she said she never played spades.
Again, I'm going to ask you, is that the nigga you want on your side right there?
Okay, so I can't play spades. Or I can play spades, but I don't.
Because you're not that good.
No, okay, so I'm the only girl. I got 17 male cousins within 3 years of me.
I know girls that never play spades.
Can you be quiet for 2.5 seconds?
I'm being like you now, goddammit. Go ahead.
I just been letting you finish spewing all the bullshit,
Go ahead.
All of the audience is mine. So
look at BMF. The audience is mine. I caught that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So my cousins, who are all older than me, of course, they all knew how to play. Now, I didn't know how to play yet. And they told me, and y'all know black folks, we gonna teach you how to play as we go along because we need another person. Now, that's the setup anyway. Now, they was telling me the rules as we was going, and I didn't know what reneging was because nobody explained the rules until it happened. Yeah, these niggas flipped the table over. What you want me to do? Y'all didn't tell me the rules. Y'all telling me y'all gonna show me as we go, and that's so. I was like, all right. They kicked me off the table, and I ain't been back on since.
Well, I'm gonna teach Deron how to play dominoes because evidently that motherfucker don't know how to play that shit. So one day he gonna learn.
This is the second week in a row you done bought up these dominoes, and your brother said, your blood brother, last name and all, same initials. So I can't roll with you on this one, David. I don't know.
Ask Deron why he ain't called me up when he came into town.
I ain't gotta ask Deron nothing. I'm telling you what Derek said.
Sometimes, hey, he might look big. He might better beat the shit out of me, but goddamn, not on them bones, and he know
it. You keep saying Mike. I'm gonna need you to be more definitive in your verbiage.
Deron could literally beat the shit out of me, but not in the motherfucking bones.
You crazy than a motherfucking nigga. They obviously stopped drug testing at the county. Obviously.
I'm just saying. He can throw me.
As a matter of fact, the last time we played, I remember your ass being a spectator.
We had this conversation last week, and I'm gonna say most niggas ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, that nigga can beat my ass. No, they gonna say I'm a win by any means. I ain't trying to give you a definition of what most men are. I'm just
I'm gonna call it like I see it, But I would never fight Deron. If we ever get to that point, I had to shoot this nigga. I mean, just point blank.
First of all,
and you be talking about these young niggas, though. You be talking about these young niggas. Y'all can't take an ass whooping. Y'all want to shoot? Pick a side, fam.
See, that's the difference. See, let me just keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it gangster, right? If it ever came to the point where I would have to throw blows with David, I would just walk away.
See, I'm like this. I know my limitations. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna win every fight. I'm 45 years old. I'm not trying to fight. If I gotta throw my hands, I'm gonna throw my hands. But goddamn it, I'm not trying to do shit. Especially now with this neuropathy. I'm definitely not trying to do shit. I can't even run right now. Shit.
Cause you run before.
Yeah, I was able to run before. And Dorsey
Both of
said,
y'all niggas, both of y'all niggas off.
Dorsey said, I will watch spades being played. I would not play, and I would not learn while it's being played. Black people lose their mind playing that mess. What the fuck is mess? That shit ain't no mess.
Sam, where's your man at? You still got a man? Cause I'm just I noticed that Sam only watches when she ain't got a man. When she
You
got
know
a man,
what?
she don't fuck with her.
I seen Sam. I did overtime in RTU the day before Thanksgiving, right? And I told Sam ass that I was mad at her because the motherfucker checked on me all, in the beginning stages when I got sick. Then she get a man, and I don't hear shit from her. And I'm like, I'm not trying to get between you and your man, but if you call yourself my friend, you can fucking text me and
Hey, don't do that.
It's the principalities about that shit. Because if you call somebody your friend, I'm not saying you got to check on me every day, not even every week, but every once in a while. Hey, I was just checking on you.
Remember last week when you was talking about your son? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things you don't do on public forums. You just put the girl out there like that. Like, damn, she like have a conversation with her behind closed doors.
Look, my man D, he didn't call me every day. He didn't call me every week, but he will reach out and check on you. I'm just saying, when you somebody friend, you claim to be their friend, you reach out to them, and every once in a while, hey, I was just checking on you. See
maybe her man was a little uncomfortable with her relationship with us. Thought that we was too close.
Maybe.
No, I look at it like this. Hey man, if you worried if you in a relationship and you worried about the relationship me and your chick got, then maybe you need to talk to your chick, not me. Because check this out here, I ain't never fucked nobody, ain't never asked me to.
Right, yeah. See, Quita, I take friendship. I take it to heart. If I call you a friend, I'm not talking about an associate.
Do I?
If I call you a friend, I'm ride or die with you.
Yeah.
Not no. Oh shit, going bad for him. I'm not going bad for her. I'm just not gonna speak to him no more. Hell no. What you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, but so
I take
that's
friendship.
A conversation that should be had on a one-on-one basis.
We had that conversation.
Okay, well, you're putting it out there, fam. That's all I'm saying.
We all family in here.
All right. Duran, why you always laughing at me, man?
I'm just here.
D, if we beefing, ain't nobody knowing we beefing but me and you is all I'm saying.
Ain't nobody knowing we beefing. Me and Sam ain't beefing. We not beefing.
I mean, I don't mean beefing in that sense. I'm just saying, like, I'm a pull D to the side and be like, hey, yo, bro. I just, something didn't sit right with me.
It's times me and D don't have disagreements.
Well, my point is, I ain't gonna say it where it can be viewed on a public forum.
Well, when I said it in person, I ain't getting no good response. So maybe I gotta say it now.
Good response. Sam, respond better, nigga.
I'm just saying, it is what it is. Oh, I still love Sam.
Look. Now look. Me and Queen about to have some beef, right? So look, after Wednesday, I'm working from home until the 3rd.
Hey, fuck you.
Ain't got going on.
You shouldn't say fuck you on the public forum.
I've said fuck you to him, whether it was we plan or not. Like shit.
I'm just saying, but you should say that in private. You ain't gotta let everybody know. Fuck you.
No. These are two different things. These are two different things.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck
that was a real genuine. You was in your feelings, man.
We ain't gonna change the motherfucking rules
because you was in your feelings. That was a personal conversation.
That fuck you sound like
everybody.
Your feelings.
Yeah,
that fuck you sound like your feelings.
I'm just saying. After Wednesday, I don't go back into the office till January 3rd. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't going back to the office to January 3rd either. You want to know why?
You on vacation?
No, first of all, I work from home. But secondly, I'm just moving to a different department because they fucked up my new schedule.
So you going to a different department? Okay, we're going to talk offline.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk offline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the same department.
Sorry. Sorry. One of my frat brothers reached out to me today. He's like, man, I heard through the grapevine that you about to be running the airline. I like talk that shit, nigga. Speak that into existence. So
right.
That's the only way they're gonna keep. That's the only way they're gonna keep me here longer than 10 years.
Look, we just got a new CFO. It ain't far fetched now.
But I look, 10 years, I get them lifetime benefits. That's all I got a goal. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think I'm about to leave the county. I'm about to start pimping again.
Again.
Why don't we have a mute button? Why we can't make this nigga disappear?
Well, actually, I do, but I didn't log in as a host.
Oh, grade A bullshit.
Right. This nigga say he's about to start pimping again. I'm like, when was you ever a pimp, though? I'm just saying.
Sam, I still love you.
I mean, Sam got a lot on her mind. Y'all see that forehead on that picture?
Hey man, leave foreheads alone.
I done got on you about yours. It's pretty. It's cool. That doesn't mean you smart. That's all. It just means you're intelligent. That's all.
You got a lot on your mind.
Most cute girls got big foreheads. I'm just saying.
Most cute girls got big foreheads.
Yes.
That's not true. I know a few cute ones that don't. I'll just leave it at that.
I know a couple big forehead motherfuckers that's ugly.
I wasn't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say.
I'm not saying you ugly. I'm just saying.
First of all, we know it's been about 4 years. I ain't called nobody ugly in a long time. So,
well,
today was the first day I called. Today was the first day I called somebody ugly.
Hey man, can we talk about how people who be wearing with? I don't understand this because I mean I'm not, and I'm not talking negatively about it, but. Like, I done seen some people put on a wig and made their whole damn forehead disappear. I'm just like, how?
Love you, Sam.
I don't know who she was talking to, either me or you.
She was talking to me because I said y'all see how big her forehead is on that. Yeah. Love you anyway. You know
now which one you talking? Which hair hats? Because you got men that's wearing hair hats now, so.
We ain't talking about them.
First of all,
we're not talking about
did y'all see that they called Drake out? Like Drake had he was at some like earlier this summer, he was at some festival like in the Bahamas or some shit like that. And he had his little, nappy fade, whatever the fuck. Then the following week he had a photo shoot with like full braids. Like where the fuck that come from? Niggas is wearing whole wigs now, huh?
He light skinned.
Well, David,
would you like to? Would you? Well, is Drake not light skinned? Would you like to speak on behalf?
Would you like to speak
on behalf of the light skinned delegation?
Look at him.
I bet you I can find some dark skinned motherfuckers that's wearing hair hats.
See, there you go, deflecting.
Always deflect. Never any accountability.
We're talking about a specific light skinned individual.
I can't speak for Drake. Shit.
Okay, but would you like to speak on behalf of the light skinned delegation? Would you like to denounce what Drake has done on behalf of our light skinnedness?
Hey, what Drake do is what I can't control what.
Now it's whatever he want to do.
Hey man, a
minute ago, I've been talking about some dark skinned motherfuckers with my hair, but now they do whatever they want to do. Okay, but that's not.
I mean, okay,
what is your position on light skinned niggas wearing hair hats?
A light skinned motherfucker should not wear hair hats. Men should not wear hair hats. Women should not wear hair hats. Well, nobody should wear a motherfucking hair hat.
I don't care nothing about no women wearing hair hats. All I know is that you need to let me know before we get busy because I might get into it and pull your shit, and there I go with some shit in my hands. That's all I'm saying. Quita.
I got my own hair. I don't know.
Have you ever wore a hair hat?
Never.
Good.
Never
I
had.
remember when
I've
D
never
told
had weave
me.
outside of having braids.
I remember when D told me the motherfucking female took her hat off and the motherfucking hair came with it.
I like, damn, bitch. You like just wasn't gonna put no bobby pants, no nothing in your hair. Just you put the motherfucker on with the hat and just thought that was good, huh?
He couldn't wait to tell me that story.
Cause I immediately thought about this nigga. I was like, yo, y'all not helping me help you, cause I'm defending y'all, and then you do shit like this.
Did it look good while it was on?
Does it
I
matter?
mean, no, it looked like a woman who didn't comb her hair, put on a hat. You know how y'all do. I'm having a bad hair day, or I'm just gonna run to the store, put this hat on. That's what it looked like. And then she fucked around, took the hat off, and
I literally just put bun.
yeah, you don't wear hair hats. You just prone to
Bun.
change colors from week to week. Motherfucker.
First of all,
One
it's been a
one
month.
minute. One minute this nigga red, next minute she purple, next minute she blonde, next minute, she black. It's
That's
like
because the color won't stay. You see, I bleached all of it and turned it red. You see from the root. I don't even know why I keep playing with it.
from the root
Damn,
to
Sam, you wore hair hats before? Okay, she said she wore weave too, not just a lace front.
I
Not a
don't
lace
even know
front.
what
just
the
not a
difference.
lace front.
I don't know
That's what I
what
was
the
going to say.
difference is.
What's the difference between a weave and a lace?
Yeah.
The lace
Yeah,
front is. Y'all got to explain that shit to me.
Nah,
I
how
told you
about
I
y'all
just
don't gotta
started
explain it to me?
understanding
I
some
don't.
of this.
How about I don't care enough for you to explain it to me? I don't give a fuck.
Well, since we're talking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and plug my cousin's black-owned business, and I'm super proud of her. She has apparently it's very high grade hair. It's a luxury hairline. She went and cut out the middleman, flew overseas, made the deal
But you went
herself.
to Italy?
No, she was in China.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
they got that high grade shit in Italy too.
Yeah, no, she went to China. She cut out the middleman and she does bundles and she does wigs and she's a master colorist. So she customizes color and all of that stuff.
Mm,
And the name
okay.
of the business is Della Rose. Della Rose.
Not Della Reese, Della Rose.
Della Rose. Wait, what?
Lace fronts are glued on wigs.
Okay. All right. Whatever, man.
Then she said she think.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I was going to say, because what the
I
fuck
don't
are
have
you?
none. I don't have none of them issues, so I don't get.
Yeah, this nigga ain't had hair since he was like 8.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Grizzly Adams. Appreciate that.
Don't do it.
No,
Don't do it.
I mean, I know. It's rough on you being light skinned and having a dark skinned nigga on the show look better than you. I feel you on that, but just
See,
embrace it. Just
I
embrace
just, I'm just saying. Look, okay, and I'm David. Here's the thing, right? See, you have to find other points because when people describe sexy on men, bald is one of those things. Beards are one of those things. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go with the whole line, one of those things that's on that line of sexy, the
Yeah, but
salt and pepper,
your
all that,
beard just
like
makes you look
like
homeless though.
yeah. Who?
well,
His beard
No,
just look homeless.
I was about to say patchy beards is a no. If you got the full,
no. My beard is not patchy. It was patchy
I
at one
didn't
point.
say your beard was patchy. I'm going through the
Oh,
line,
okay, I thought
the,
that's what
the
it sounded like
list,
you were saying.
the list of
Nah,
My shit
things
was patchy.
that
I was
are
very
it
on
ain't
the
insecure
patchy.
about that shit.
on
It ain't
what's
patchy, but
quoted
it's hung
as
together.
women thinking is sexy. And those are some of those things. So you can't jab him on something that's
Well,
on that
okay,
list.
quit. Okay, with me, I think every male out there is ugly.
Well, I would hope you do think that every male out there is ugly.
Yeah.
Because I would, because if not, I would be questioning whether you would allow somebody to milk your prostate.
Whoa, that was aggressive.
Because you said
No,
allow
if
people.
he was just like, man, that dude fine, I'd be like,
Yeah. First of all, if he ever said some shit like that, we wouldn't be
that's what
friends
I'm
no more.
saying. That's
If he
all
ever
I'm
said some shit like that. If
so
he ever
that's
said some
all
shit,
I'm saying.
it didn't even have to be about me. It could be about another motherfucker. I'm like, what?
That's my only point.
Speaking of which, when are we going back to Vegas, my nigga?
I don't know. We need to plan a trip. I know I gotta me and the family going to DC. So I know I gotta go on
Okay,
a trip with the family.
that don't count. That don't
No, I
count.
said I gotta do a family
We
trip
could
first.
now it don't have to be Vegas now, nigga. It could be somewhere else too.
I want to go to Memphis in May. I want to go back to Memphis.
Say less.
Why are you looking like that, Quita? Go on, say something.
I guess because I can't, I didn't grow up around that area. I'm just like,
Have you ever been to
I
Memphis
mean,
in May?
I grew up in that area.
I understand that. Have you ever been out there to Beale Street?
That's like asking me if I've ever been to the Taste, nigga.
I didn't go to the Taste until I hit my 20s.
Don't tell nobody else that shit.
Why?
yeah, some shit you need to keep to yourself being from Chicago.
Come on, man.
Why?
Because anytime things like that are like that happen every year, like it's a thing in a city, most locals have been there and done that. It's like a duh.
Yeah.
So would I lose my Chicago card now because it took me so long to go?
Something like that.
I just said don't
Like
tell
your
nobody
shit
else
on
that shit.
probation. You ain't seen Paid in Full. You didn't go to the Taste till you 20 something.
I never
shit is
seen New
definitely
York
on probation.
Undercover. I never seen any episode of New York Undercover. I never seen what's that other
You
show?
ever seen The Wire?
Jumping on.
You ever see The Wire?
I've never seen not one episode of The Wire.
This is why you don't respect some of the inmates. Where you grow up, man?
Why do we fuck with this nigga, man? God.
Where'd you grow up? I mean, like, you was in Schaumburg, huh?
Negro.
This nigga say he's from the South Side, but I think he grew up in Evanston.
Questionable.
I grew up
Very
on the South Side of
questionable.
Elmhurst, Naperville.
Matter of fact,
H-Town.
okay, this gonna really fuck y'all up.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't say nothing else.
D, you been to my mother's house, so you
I
knew
have.
the rink right there on 87th and Greenwood. A lot of motherfuckers done been there. I grew up 3 blocks from there. I've never stepped foot in the rink.
Man, I got my first girlfriend at the rink when I was 8 years old. I've been a player a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm retired. I'm retired.
Right, get that up.
Yeah, Dorsey is a
listen,
nerd.
Listen, because I'm really trying to. I'm really trying to root for you, ma'am. But you're making it you're making it difficult.
Never saw dead presidents and don't like watermelon. And then you got nerve to get mad at me to talk about your forehead on your picture. Oh my God.
Man, fuck you, dude.
Derek always come through, man. Derek gonna tell the truth. I don't care what you. Hey, Derek gonna tell the truth.
Lie.
Oh.
Derek said what he said. Hold on, I'll be right back. My daddy called.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck Derek.
Oh my God, she don't like belly. Who is that? Is this your cousin that said that?
Nah, that's Tatiana. She listens to the show.
She don't like belly. Oh my God, this cold classic shit.
I'm just saying everybody like what they like.
Nigga, shut up.
Hey. Like, fuck y'all, man.
You ever seen Belly? You seen that?
I've seen Belly, yes.
Oh my God. Okay, so we don't. You still on probation, but shit.
Oh, you know what? So for the people that's watching, indeed, do this real quick. Look up black space movies in the 80s.
I'm not doing that shit.
Nah, you got to though, because this shit. And I meant to tell you to do this
Dorsey,
a while
Dorsey,
ago.
you dumb now.
Actually, black space movies from the 90s, 1992. Don't put
I'm
it
not,
up. Don't
I'm
don't
not doing
don't
it.
post it in the comments because I don't want us to get banned. But somebody posted this a while ago, and I
Come
meant to say something
on,
a while
what
ago.
the fuck?
I didn't like Belly either, man.
So go on, D, go get her. But I ain't doing how high. Get her.
Well,
Quit it on
okay,
my
I
feelings.
so
don't like Belly because
let me
I
say this about
graduated
Belly.
high school in Nebraska, and all of that's bullshit. Don't do that.
Let me just say this. The best thing about Belly was the soundtrack. Soundtrack is off the motherfucking chain.
That part.
Soundtrack off the chain. The storyline left a little bit to be desired, but the soundtrack was phenomenal. Fuck what you heard. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And yeah, that Google search. I'm glad I never saw that movie.
I
I'm glad
never
I never
seen it.
even heard of it.
I
I
refuse
hate
to.
that. I hate that I even looked that up now. What the fuck?
I wasn't gonna do it.
Negro, if I tell you to do it, you gonna do it.
You
Mm,
ain't my nigga.
mm,
I
mm.
ain't
Ain't
gotta be
nobody
no nigga.
taking me down. And even if you was, you can't tell me shit.
Well,
Mm.
I mean, shit. If
You
did
know,
nobody
I'ma say
did
it in the
nobody
words
get
of
you
Jill
down, you
Scott.
just snap the shit.
I'ma say it in the words of Jill Scott. If you
You
can
talking about
tell
Jill
me
Scott
what to do,
like he was
hold up,
sucking a
hold
dick
up.
on a microphone?
That too. But if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. And if you can't tell me what to do, then you can't tell me what to do.
Don't make me come
And
out to Houston.
you can't tell me what to
I mean
do.
Well,
Dallas.
that I was
Don't
about
make
to
me come out
say,
to Dallas.
go to Houston. You still 3.5 hours short, nigga. So
Don't make me come out to Dallas. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is that a threat?
I don't make threats. I make promises.
So who the fuck's supposed to be scared of that? On to the
I
next topic because you clearly he might be on that devil's lettuce, D. Because he been a little off. Like you got to go back to last week where he was making valid points. You know what I'm saying? Where a nigga could actually agree with you. Can we go back
okay.
to
So
that?
the last topic of the day. So I know you all ain't in Chicago no more, so y'all don't really give a fuck about this fella.
at
So
all.
this fella gets on TV and talking about he's an underdog because he's a black woman, and I
Because
don't get it.
he's a
Yeah,
what?
Leroy Lightfoot. Now
Oh,
now
you stupid.
so little Leroy think that because the polls
Brady.
the rating done dropped in the polls, now you want to throw all these excuses out there. Talk about the black woman always have it tough. Well, bitch, ain't you the mayor now? Why are you
Um,
coming up with excuses? So that way, when you
I
lose,
think
you have
we
a
should
ready-made
veto
excuse.
this subject and move to the next.
Well, we only got a couple
You,
minutes.
that might be why she want to table it so that she can really dig into it next time. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, little Leroy and Chewbacca, they running this city to the ground. You heard about the little motherfucker that just the little kids getting out of class, motherfucker come shoot up the school. I mean, this shit out here. Oh shit, we got a old motherfucker that used to be on the show tuning in.
He say I agree with her. What the fuck?
Talking about
Who you
agreeing with
agreeing
Quick.
with?
Talking about
But
moving on to the
what is he
next.
agreeing with?
Talking about agreeing with you, probably moving on to the next topic.
Um,
Or he might be the girl
Chewbacca.
with Leroy. I don't know.
Yeah, when y'all writing in the comments, y'all, he agree with moving on.
Oh, what's he doing over there? See, my wife fucking up. She's supposed to be listening to the show. She over here hanging up Christmas shit.
Okay, let her do what she do. Like she hanging up Christmas shit, but I noticed that you ain't paying attention to the show that you own.
You know what I'm saying?
While you paying attention to her hanging up Christmas shit.
She gonna boo
I
you.
guess you're trying to say what's up. Oh, okay, yeah, what's up?
What up, family? I'm gonna have to stop making these, impromptu trips and playing some shit where I can come back and hang out for a little bit.
You know what JT say he played dominoes, so I ain't never played with him. So when you come, let me know.
Why you keep bringing up dominoes?
Hold on.
When even your brother said you ain't shit.
Hold on. Now, like, so we need to make a set up a date next time you come in town. We all get together. We have
this nigga.
We all get together. And we all get together, hang out, and play some domino.
This nigga getting out of pocket like my last name is Cross.
Well, all I know is that, like I'm gonna have to produce some video evidence next time that we get together, so that he can.
I got a nice 4K camera. We can record it all.
That ain't what you want to do.
It also get the teardrops.
That ain't what you want to do. Trust me. You see, I've been in the room with you. That ain't what you want to do.
I'm just saying.
That ain't what you want to do.
So look at family. This is gonna be the last show for the year. I thought we was gonna have an old time favorite that to bless us with her presence. She said she was gonna try to jump on. Maybe we could get her at least on the show for one last hurrah. For y'all that asked about Michelle, and maybe we could get on and we could do a battle of the sexes. I could carry Duran and we could beat the women and sometimes.
every week it's a battle of the sexes. Every week.
I'm just saying,
nigga, you couldn't carry my jockstrap in the suitcase. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, me carrying Duran against Quita and Michelle, we go.
Terrible.
Hey
man, I just want to know where you buy your confidence from. I need some. A little bit.
Man, look here, they got confidence on sale. Buy one, get one free. Go to Walmart.
I think he get it from Burlington.
Look at this motherfucker here.
Might be canned G.
Another bald head fucker that's talking shit.
Okay, John. Okay, I think the operative word in that was supposed to be men. I'm gonna just roll with that.
No, you sure too.
That's what he meant. That's what he meant.
Men.
You sure too. Duran told me his bitch is taller than you, so I'm just saying.
And
no, I ain't never told you that. I mean, compared to me, a whole lot of people compact. She is kind of compact. I mean, I think she come up to my shoulder, maybe. But,
maybe.
I mean,
and that's cool because I don't want to be at Amazon.
And there you go. She good. Mm-hmm. I mean, but
I'll make her from my height for my looks.
Put like this. Like y'all ain't too far apart. That's all I'm saying.
So
what he said is I'm the perfect height for a woman. You about there?
Wow, that was aggressive, but that was funny though.
So like I was saying, damn, her internet fucked up. I swear I don't know what's going on.
No, that's your hating ass. It's cool.
Ain't nobody hating.
You acting light skin today. It's fine. You having one of them days.
Leroy's Chicken and Waffle internet service.
Whoa.
Say you acting light skin.
So like I was saying,
feel emotional today.
Can I finish?
You can do whatever you like, sir.
No.
So we gon' me, Quita, and Diz, we gonna get together and come up with a
You want me
plan
to
of
do
action.
this, man, because that way, because you stumbling over your words.
Can you
I
can
ain't
you
stumbling.
take over? Can you?
Yo, so family, look, we about to get out of here. We're gonna holler at y'all. We're gonna happy holidays to you. We wish all of you all a Merry Christmas, all of that, whatever you do, Happy New Year. This is the last show for the year. We're gonna come back at you next year, fresh, ready to go with new topics, new format, and we're gonna get into it. So until then, just know that we love you. We out of here, and yo, it's your favorite DJ Diz.
Quita.
He said all we need to say. Like, yeah, man, we'll PBR.
Okay, we got Quita on the show too.
Love
You
y'all.
might want to give him a shout out and give your name.
You said you took over for the show. You said I'm gonna take over. Go ahead. Yeah. Are you?
No, I'm gonna take over the outro because this nigga was taking forever.
That's why I see you took over the outro. Okay.
And it's your
anyway,
boy.
y'all, love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. And see y'all next year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that good stuff.
And this your boy. This the dude, aka the Biaza. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Fucking terrible.
And definitely pay attention. We'll let y'all know when we tune back up.
We'll be back in a couple weeks.
Maybe I should have had this shit ready.
Yeah,
and quit. You laughing at me.
We definitely gonna have to